Hello there, masters and princesses. I am Brent Jensen and welcome to this video. I'm a songwriter, musician, and producer. I know it's been a long while since I last posted about Band-Maid. Being a YouTube creator is not really my thing, so I only post when I really feel inspired to say something. Some of what I'm presenting today has already been covered in previous videos I have posted, but hey, it has been a while and this video has a particular goal. What is new since I last posted? Well, Konami was awarded a signature guitar from PRS, the first Japanese guitarist to get one. Here, I can show it to you. Here's the guitar. Isn't she beautiful? I was lucky and excited to get this, as it took me until a day after its release to decide to splurge on it. And they were selling out quickly. I've since sold my other two PRS core models to help cover the cost of this one. I took off the signed back plate and put it on my wall. I can show you a picture of that. So what else is new? Well, Band-Maid has released new videos and music. Shambles Live, Zen, and Ready to Rock come to mind, all outstanding. These songs are all linked to animes, and I know that the maids were involved in motion capture acting for one of these animes. I know they are busy, but I do wonder when they will tour outside of Japan again. That would be exciting. Anyway, so on to the topic. I watch a British YouTuber named Andy Edwards, who is a rock, prog, and jazz fusion musician, philosopher, and historian. He is very interesting and quite knowledgeable, but also has some strong opinions and can be a bit over the top. Along with history, he often comments on the current state of rock music. Many of his subscribers finally got him to listen to The Warning, and he posted 2 videos discussing them. I'll provide links to them in the comments. He was rather ho-hum about The Warning, but did have some interesting insights, which I mostly agree with, though I do not share his same historical biases on rock music. Being a drummer himself, he was impressed by Pow's energy and charisma behind the drum kit, and I agree that this is a highlight of The Warning. Let me address 2 of the primary perspectives that Andy offered in his review of The Warning, and how I apply these perspectives to Band-Maid. Band-Maid has similarities with The Warning, but are also quite different. First is one that I also thought about Band-Maid when I was first discovering them. Andy noticed that the most zealous fans seem to be older men, say over 50. He proposed that this demographic is so excited about The Warning because they think of these sisters as their daughters, who are interested in and very good at performing the rock music these men grew up with and loved. These men can feel like proud parents watching their young offspring bring glory to music inspired by their generation. The fact that The Warning is all women makes for a unique bond, a more protective one like between a father and daughter. Second is a perspective I do not agree with. Andy remembers his young rock years in a cultural context. Rock music was rebellious and dangerous. It was popular with the youth, but not the mainstream of older generations. There was a defiant attitude that was essential to the rock scene. With this measure, The Warning, of course, falls way short of representing rock culture. They are sweet and are always with their parents and do not represent danger or rebellion at all. They appeal mostly to an older audience. In this regard, I think Band-Maid also falls short, but is a bit closer. Each band member left their parents and homes to strike out on their own and create a future for themselves. At least this shows more independence. But like The Warning, Band-Maid is not dangerous or rebellious. To me, though, this does not matter. I actually like their rock music much more because of the beauty, happiness, community, and kindness they bring to it. This makes the music much more approachable for me. They may not be Andy's type of rock, but it's mine. So what could I say to someone like Andy Edwards to summarize Band-Maid and perhaps get him interested in checking them out? Would Band-Maid offer more to him than The Warning? Is Band-Maid significant in rock history? And finally, will Band-Maid become legendary? The following is what I came up with. See what you think of this summary. Band-Maid is a hard rock group from Japan comprised of 5 female members. They were formed in 2013 and are still going strong today with a large international fan base and all of the original members. The concept was to combine the kawaii, cuteness and innocence, of Japanese maid cafes with the kakoi, or coolness and style, of hard rock music. Miku is on rhythm guitar and vocals, Konami is the lead guitarist, Akane is the drummer, Misa is the bassist, and Saiki is the lead vocalist. Band-Maid brings many elements of the Japanese aesthetic and culture into Western rock music and performance. If you take their discography as a whole, which contains about 130 songs written in 12 years, Band-Maid takes the rock, metal, and punk music from these genres' glory years, throws in some modern progressive metal, and repackages it into something that is new, interesting, and cutting edge. Konami, the composing powerhouse behind these songs since 2016, is a genius, creating intricate but hard-hitting music that is part familiar and part unexpected. She has a guitar style all her own, combining a variety of advanced techniques with expertise and passion. She is also the first Japanese guitarist to get her own signature model from Paul Reed Smith, or PRS, guitars. Miku, the founder of the band and its driving force, is a powerhouse when it comes to people, and she writes beautiful metaphorical lyrics that often remind of haiku. Having worked in Japanese maid cafes, to her, live shows are servings and the fans are masters and princesses, showing how dedicated she is to customer service and bringing joy to others. Her lively, energetic rhythm guitar playing belies the fact that she just recently learned to play guitar as it was needed by the band. She is also a backup and second lead singer for the band, and her harmony vocals, which blend amazingly well with Saiki, add much richness to the vocal melodies. Other band members are also extremely talented and help bring these compositional masterpieces to life. Psyche, the lead singer, is an elegant queen with a low, powerful voice that drips with emotion, which she also expresses vividly with her face. She not only sings, but dances the songs with her beautiful, hypnotic, elegant, yet reserved movements. She is so captivating. Misa, the bassist, has a monster bass tone that everyone seems to love. She seamlessly combines picking and slap techniques to create driving, bluesy, or jazzy grooves intricately interweaving with the drum and guitar parts, often playing like a lead guitarist. Akane, the drummer, plays her evolving and complex rhythms with an infectious energy and ease, almost always with a big smile on her face. I often think she is the most technically accomplished of the group. Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin was so impressed by Akane, he took a picture with her and compared her to John Bonham, who many regard as one of the best rock drummers of all time. Live shows are high energy, fun, and exciting, with lots of crowd participation, but are also elegant and mature, bringing a gracefulness to the performance. Band-Maid truly does combine visceral rawness, high energy, and complex perfection in a seamless way. Every member gets a chance to shine, and you can tell they are all very supportive of each other and best of friends. There are no overpowering egos in this band. Some hardcore rock metal fans may not resonate with the positive energy, happiness, and hopefulness that this band exudes. Others may be put off by the non-English parts of the lyrics or the complexity of the songs. But for the rest of us, this band is a breath of fresh air, helping pioneer the future of rock genres from the 20th century into the 21st century with love, humbleness, and kindness. Band-Maid's earlier songs were written for them, and though mostly quite good, are rather average fare in the grand scheme of rock history. It is Konami's compositions, with Miku's lyrics and the entire band's excellent contributions and performance, that stand out and make Band-Maid an evolutionary force in rock music, which I think should give them a prominent place in rock history someday as legends. Of course, there is much more that could be said about this. Perhaps the discussion can continue in the comments. By the way, I'm putting aside the fact that Band-Maid sings mostly in Japanese, which is a major obstacle to their worldwide success. On the other hand, they're doing quite well internationally in spite of that. Well, that's all for this video, Maniacs. Where do you think Band-Maid will sit in rock history? Until next time. 'That love is beautiful.